Welcome back to the late night program. Thank you for joining us. We're going to the West Coast right now, home of some really creative friends of the program. Please welcome to the program Mr. Shaun Drew. Hello there.
Hey, Michael. Nice to be with you today.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. I know you're out in the sunshine. Tell everyone what you do exactly, Mr. Drew.
Sure, I produce and compose music, so sometimes I work on TV shows. Most notably, I worked on DC Superhero Girls, the animated program for Warner Brothers Animation. Did all the background music for them.
And how did you discover, at what point did you say, this is what I'd like to do?
Well, when I was a wee young boy, I would walk around the house humming tunes from I don't know where, and my parents took note of that, and I guess they thought they had maybe a little bit of an unusual kid on their hands, and maybe they did. I was very infatuated with both the movie and the score for E.T. by John Williams, who did the score for that, and loved to watch Fantasia, the Mickey Mouse, and all the cool animation they were doing from back in the 40s, but loved how the music came together with the imagery, and that sort of sparked me from an early age. Went on to be in bands, and whenever I was in a band, I wouldn't just want to play my part. I'd kind of want to direct everybody and tell them what to do, and I'd have a lot of ideas, so it just evolved.
Well, the old joke in the industry is, did you hear about the actor that also wants to direct and produce and finance his own project?
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Yeah, and here I am, so doing that, exactly that. So.
You're very talented, as you, I know you're a very humble man as well. I know I've watched your videos, which we're going to share with our audience tonight. Where did you learn this type of skill, though?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just sort of came naturally to me. It's not really, in my experience, not something you train for. I didn't train a whole lot for any of the particular hats that I wear in music, but it was sort of a calling. And I think it has to be really to pursue this as to try to make a living at it, because you won't do that for quite some time, if at all. So you really got to just have that love and that passion for what you're doing.
Absolutely. And as you know, I always say in life, there's no background music, but talented professionals like yourself really, sell that emotion. I always think back here in New England, Jaws, if there wasn't that soundtrack, it's really just a fish.
Yeah, so true, so true. I think in horror films, especially in that genre, it's so reliant on the music to really sell the story, to make it scary. If you put the wrong music in there, it would really be comedic because it's so over the top a lot of the time.
Yeah, we have one continuous loop of just clown music. Now, this song, this is your own original. Congratulations on, obviously, all of your work in the cartoon industry. This song that we're going to listen to, it's certainly something that we all could adapt and embrace in the world that we live in now. Tell us about that.
Sure. So this song, Pursuit of Happiness, is actually from a score that I worked on 10 years ago. And it's one of my compositions that over the years, as you're churning out, dozens and dozens and dozens of music cues over the years, each year, hundreds of music cues, many hours of music for these programs. Certain things that you create resonate with you more than others. And so over the last 10 years, there are a few that have done that for me, and I've wanted to return to them and sort of give them a little extra attention and produce them a little more in a polished manner with a little bit more of a flexible time frame so that I could really share it with a broader audience. So Pursuit of Happiness is that, in my mind, it's sort of a crowd pleaser kind of composition. It's a little bit simple, I would say, nothing too complicated about it, but I think that it speaks to the heart, and it has a positive emotion behind it, uplifting, and I think it has something to it. People have been very responsive to it. So.
Well, I gravitated towards it. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy with Mr. Shaun Drew, Pursuit of Happiness. My friend, you're very talented. That was absolutely incredible. We appreciate your time tonight. Shaun, how do people find out about you?
Oh, sure. My website's probably the easiest way, shaundrew.com /social has all the links to listen to music, see the videos, and get on my social feeds. So that'd probably be the best place.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time. Super talented. You were kind enough to join us. Maybe someday we can twist your arm and maybe you could do something dramatic for us here at our little program.
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to. And thanks for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
It's Shaun Drew, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the bright lights of Los Angeles. More Late Night New England's coming up.